Let me tell you something you already know. I'm good at this shit. Like, I'm underrated with a pen. This show without me is a sin. I'm the best one-eyed fat fuck to ever do this. Y'all should be thanking me for the opportunity to attend. Or at least that's what I tell myself. Every time I sit down to write. I came up in the beginning of the scene, you see, back when we couldn't get a street corner to give us our 15. Slumming it in bowling alleys and taco shops nowhere near this fine wine. So I had to become my own Frankenstein. Give me Tom Hanks's lack of fucks. Give me Phil Sanders' metaphors and such. Give me Scott Victor and Nathan Gibbs' unique perspective and weird sexual tension. Give me anything you can from Marquis Nunley or Black Soul, because without them I don't even get a mention. You see, I took that monster into me so that you could see that me being up here ain't just Vic doing a friend a favor. It's a guarantee that his show will have a punch that'll make you stay later. Now, I'm no hater. I'm just doing what Blues Traveler said to. Giving you a hook you can't get out of your heads. So let me tell you something else you already know. I'm great at this shit. Even if my few minutes up here aren't your favorite bit, I'm still going to get up here and make this mic mint. Because it is. It's meant to be a part of me, the largest sea around the continent of me. The potency of my legacy. This show without me would damn sure have a vacancy. It's plain to see, so prepare for an emergency landing. My talent is often compared to losing at musical chairs because it is outstanding. It's almost like every time I get up here I'm on a mission. To take you to a place you've never been. To take you to the places that I go to when I have paper and a pen. Now, taking places where I go to when I have paper and a pen. You see, this show is sold out from the front row to the bleachers. Lend me your ear and from here I can reach it. I talk a lot of shit, but I'm asking in some truth. I'm like Superman on this stage and spinach is my phone booth. Now, when it comes to poetry, it's clear to see. I'm the best poet here, that's why the feature is always going to be me. But don't let them fool you. And don't let it never be said. This is my home. And without it, I'd be dead. So let me end my intro with something you already know. I am the shit. And I thank you for coming to my show. They say you fall in love 3 times. Now that first love is exciting, and that first and forever, final and fleeting. She was cousin to a friend, gift wrapped with an end, while my brain struggled to deal with what 90s rom-com told me would be easy. Laura, Steve, Corey, Topanga, Zach, Kelly, I wasn't ready. Already saying words we thought we meant but barely knew the concept of. Never having felt the sting, we existed on the mere idea that love's truest form to us was no longer dealing with feeling feelings alone. This was not Saved by the Bell, for this was something I felt I would forever have to atone. And when she told me goodbye, her swan song was a dial tone. Now that second love was a lesson. I was ready for the highs, but unaware of the lows. Contemplated death in her darkness as many times as I experienced life in the selfish spotlight of her focus. Selfless though this wasn't, for I was merely a paperweight. Holding down the love letters to those she could love better. My heart tethered to a dream. But she was not my queen, and I was merely her jester. A jester to her belief that no real man could best her. A test, sure. But this was not open book, this was open chest. She digged into the core of me to find what hurts best. A belle of the ball and clouded eyes, but no Bell Prize was worth what I had left to give. You see, the second love of my life almost stole my will to live. Now that third love is nothing I was expecting, looking for, and knew how to find. She's a paint by numbers. For each digit is a lesson I never knew to question. A masterpiece of peace made of pieces that I was taught needed to be thrown away or altogether worthless. She breathes new life into them and gives them new purpose. She is a product of every painful promise I've ever made to gods I didn't believe existed. She's destiny and prophecy, if I were to believe in them. Honestly, she's an anomaly. Like fairy tale, my life's been penned. has her own roadmap of tragedy, a tapestry of a life led without me. But the stitches in our scars and woven over the core of our hearts create something altogether beautiful. So I say again, she is destiny and prophecy if I were to believe in them. Honestly, she's an anomaly, like fairy tale my life's been penned. Down to the core, I'm sure my beast has been tamed by her bell. A beauty cleared the fog, and I am forever under her spell. So hell, maybe you do fall in love 3 times. Like Cupid is some drunk genie and he gets it wrong twice. Or maybe it's more like 3-card Monte, and you're constantly trying to find the queen until you realize it's less about going from girl to girl and more about the journey in between. I may never know for sure what the master plan intended, but I know her heart is pure and my search for love has ended. Thank you.
Some people say that I care too much. I care too much, 'cause I want you to stay. Some people say I care too much. I care too much, 'cause I want you to stay.
Some people say I think too much. That overthinking is my crutch. Because there's just too many scenarios to analyze. There's too many truths that turn out to be lies. So if you try to disappoint me, that's only proof that you're missing the point. See, may I remind you, I'm the overthinker. I saw your exit before your entrance was finished. I wear my age like a scar. As if to say I may not look it, but I've made it pretty far. Only to be scoffed at by those who believe I haven't made it as far as I'm supposed to, who look at me and say, "Fucker, you're almost 40. What goals are you close to?" Well, abused teens, addicting 20s, and absent-minded 30s. Brings me to 36 years worth of searching. Not for purpose, because I have many, but for the reason that some people continue to condemn me, while none defend me. Society labels me with expectations while I remain an unframed canvas of exceptions. Defiant in the face of predefined forms. See, I don't need their definitions to define my norms. Therefore, some people say I care too much about things that don't matter, people that can't matter, past instances where the distance is only as far as the memory can reach. But I can't help but think, why do you care about what I care about, but not enough to care about what I care about? Is there any doubt that I'm different? I place high value on poisonous nostalgia and hyper-romantic ideals. It is not enough for me to explain my thoughts. I need to express how these feelings feel, so don't tell me it's no big deal. Hypervigilance and vomit ranting are my superpowers. Born from a childhood trauma that I can't yet say with a straight face that I survived. But while I still count myself as alive, I will not forego my need of expression to conform to your need of comfort. I will live my life basking in the glory of days one and reliving some hurt. I will be melodramatic, charismatic, emphatic. I find it too problematic to be acrobatic, but I am a keyboard kamikaze. There is no tightrope for me, because the line between optimism and delusion is as thin as it can be. Because unlike some people, I suffer from poetry. And it is a disease that is asymptomatic, and I've had it for as long as I can remember. I carve sonnets out of silence, meet indifference with defiance, witness with bated breath the alliance between my heart's quill and home skill. In the rebellion of my laughter, I find joy despite my environment. Loving and being loved are the pillars of my entitlements. I'm a nomad with a notepad, finding a new home in every piece that I pen. Unlocking universes that I hold in my skin, using my scars as constellation to tell the stories of battles unseen. My grandfather's favorite grandson, and I can't tell you what that means. So I will continue to be me. I will make no apologies for my words or my waves, because some people still don't know my name. Thank you. Come on. Back when I was a child, stepdads were ugly, terrifying creatures. They transported by the power of broken hearts and Newports and had distinct and dastardly features. But now that I am a stepfather myself, I realize there is an all-powerful magic, and now that I'm a stepfather myself, I'm going to make sure my daughter has it. You see, she will not be taught to fear that dumb wisdom that we once called boys will be boys. She will instead know how to strike fear with a whisper, mischief managed after a lot of noise. Any difficulties in school will do little more than just prove that she is a half-blood awaiting her satyr. Whether Greek or Roman, she'll know to find a home in books, because there's no place safer. She will know that to find courage, all she'll need is books. To find courage, all she'll need is what it took to turn that first page, that 13th, and sometimes page 394. Because lives, loves, and journeys of those lost and have yet to live are what lie in store. When the time is right, I will teach her of the missteps of the Wicked Witch of the West, the undetermined and pure heart of the true King of the North. I get goosebumps thinking of the fear she might feel when she reads about the beast in the East. I get goosebumps thinking of the fear that I know she'll feel when she learns about the Song of the South. And she will learn all of this after I put a bookshelf in her closet. Because the closet is the best place to hide from the world and all of its terrible, horrible, wild things. And the wild things may roar their terrible roar and gnash their terrible teeth, roll their terrible eyes and show their terrible claws, but she is protected by gods. Silverstein, Shakespeare, Riordan, Poe, Amelia Bedelia, Stuart Little, and Juna B. Jones. See, I hope it shows in my delivery the faith I have in what I now speak. Because books were how I was given the power that I now preach. And I hope to show my daughter how a spiral looks the same from both ends. So before she counts the mission has failed, she'll flip the hourglass over and start again. I will give her the elder wand, the golden compass, and if need be, the sword straight from the stone. I will give her friends and I will give her allies, and she will never face one day alone. And when she is older and I am gray, a day far from now, I hope, she will tell in her own special way how when she was a child, stepdads were ugly, terrifying creatures. They transported by the power of big hearts and bigger hugs and had distinct, unique features. And how hers taught her long ago of a new all-powerful magic. And now that she's a mother herself, she'll make sure her daughter has it. Thank you.
It's teamwork. It makes.
I've seen love. True, powerful, painful love. My grandparents were married for over 50 years. That's well over 8,262 days.
64.
64 days.
No, 64 years.
Microphone, camera, fuck me.
From the top.
My grandparents were married for over 50 years, which is still fucking 64. That's well over 8,262 days. Well, I say were. They still are. And always will be. And I moved in with them when I was 16. I've seen a woman who today would struggle to tell you my name tell a story about the FBI agent she loved with all her heart. How not even 5 kids, constant moving and opposing views on many important things, could dare tear their bond or break it apart. My grandfather gave my grandma a kiss every morning, right after making her coffee. He did everything for her, from the trivial to the vital. You wouldn't be far from the truth to say that my grandmother was entitled. But despite it all, he gave everything for her, because she was everything to him. And in my youth, I didn't understand it. I couldn't see what it truly meant. I didn't realize he couldn't be himself without her, because without her, he wasn't 100%. So believe me when I tell you I've seen love. It hurts, and it's rarely easy. It's work, and I believe he never stopped loving her. Spent his last breath in the house that they made a home. He never dared doubt her, could never fathom being alone.
Someday somebody's gonna ask you a question that you should say yes to. What's in your life? Maybe tonight I've got a question for you.
Outside of them, I've seen it as well. I've seen it blossom, and I've seen it go sour. I've seen the devil in divorce, and I've seen its freeing power. I've witnessed forevers last a few years, and I do said with fingers crossed. So while I may be a hopeless romantic in my head, I know faith has a cost. Grandparents together for over 50 years, but none of their 5 daughters are still on marriage number 1. And though most have finally found their forevers, it took them faith in moments where they had none. You see, that's where they call it falling. Because in order to do so, you must relinquish control. Whether it burns or saves, you must have faith and just let go. I am the last of my grandfather's name. His name ends with me. So I don't see love as a game, I see it as destiny. When my best friend married her wife, I guarantee you, I saw love that day. No different or less powerful than I do every time Black Soul speaks of Miss J. And hell, let's be honest, Ashley. Nathan knew from the start he would have to make room for more than Vic in his heart. Aside from my grandparents, the truest love I ever saw is the day a Cowboys fan became my brother-in-law. But I stand up now as your features presentation, and I find myself planted in my destiny's destination.
Someday somebody's gonna ask you a question that you should say yes to. What's in your life? Maybe tonight I've got a question for you.
Now, the song says someday, but I see tonight as no time better to ask the question that I knew was coming. Well, hell, to be honest, the day that I met her. My grandparents set the mark. My sister and my friends lead by example.
Do it!
But the love I've seen them have, I trust is only a sample.
Do it!
Of the love I have for you. And it's not going anywhere, that I can guarantee. Though we are nowhere near 8,262. 760 is not a bad start for me. So I end this all with a question. And I'm too old to get down on one knee. But Dawn, Aloysius Christ, will you marry me? in a piece last month and I fucking bombed.
No, you
I'm
didn't.
aware of it. Thank you, Queen Shay, I love you. But I bombed.
Trust me, he did.
And I let go. Thank you. Roseanne O'Donnell looking motherfucker. Thank you.